Hey all you lovelies. I got a package today. So, let's open it. I got ordered for Mother's Day because last weekend was really great, but this the rest of the week was kind of grumpy for me. I have kind of rough cycles, and it just so happened it was Mother's Day this last weekend, so happy Mother's Day to all y'all. And we ended up having a really casual day, and I got to eat some nice, really lovely dark chocolate, and ordered a lovely oracle that I had been eyeballing for a little bit. This is my first oracle with crystals and stones. I actually have quite a few, but I haven't had an oracle before that focused on crystals. So the one I picked was the Healing Oracle Crystal Reading Cards by Rachel Charman. I just got it today, so I'm so excited. It got quite a few good reviews, and I know it's been out for a little bit, but I usually pick oracles that have more pictorial scenes because I love having pictures to interact with and get emotions from. But I was very intrigued by the cover. Oh, and it's one of those cool boxes with the magnets. I only have one other of these, which is one of my Lenormands has it. I love it. I can see how that's going to be really handy. Yeah, I really like that. Okay, so it's cool. Yeah, and I have like some amethyst, and I have some ocean jasper, and I have some lovely crystal quartz points and a bunch of other stones. I don't know all their functions by heart. I engage with them and work with them and through the currents that I feel between them and me. So, okay, so here's the cards and the book. I really love this design. I've seen this actually on a couple different products, including books. A similar design with the stones kind of around the edge, and then the open white space towards the middle, kind of like this side. I don't know if it's like some kind of stock photo or whatever, but I've seen it on a couple different products over at Barnes & Noble. But I really like it. I love the clear tones in the stones that they have in the cover. But I was very intrigued because I saw runes on it, so I thought, oh, maybe there might be something in it about the runes as well. So I had to get it to see because nobody's commented on it, and I keep forgetting to ask. So yeah, the insert piece, I don't know if I'm going to keep that. It seems kind of flimsy, and it seems like they've been sliding around in there. See, they're not like perfectly in their little plastic piece there. So I'm probably just going to take that out. I still want to use the box though, because it's such a nice, I love that magnet thing. My Lenormand that has it, I never felt an urge to get a bag for it because it was such a nice little sturdy box. So, oh, and I even like the backs. I am not much of a yellow person, but I do love the tones in a creamy crystal or semi-precious stone. And I like the size of the deck. I have kind of small hands. My mom's hands are about 2 centimeters smaller than mine. I know that doesn't sound a lot, but it does make a big difference for me. This is actually probably for the average person with longer hands. This is, it's still a really okay size. I mean, I'm used to having small hands, so this really feels good. I like that they aren't ginormous cards. Still a little bit large, but I feel like I could really shuffle really well with this, just from what I'm feeling so far. Ooh, I like this cardstock. It's a little bit, it is definitely glossed. It's nice and smooth. I don't feel any like grab to it, so I love that on cards. I don't mind a bit of matte. I actually do like matte cards, but these are a bit more glossy, and I like that, especially for cards of a little bit wider size. I know they're not really big, but I actually really like this size. I have my Messenger's Oracle from, let me see if I can pull it out here real quick. Yeah, my Messenger's Oracle from Raven Finland. Let me pull them out really quick, do a little comparison. I really like the size of this one. So like, if I hold them side by side, you can see that this fits in my hand a little bit better. It still has a bit of thickness, whereas these are a little bit wider. You can see that I can't grab them as far as the other one. I can't really grab my fingers around like I can the other deck. But, oh, and they're both really glossy. I actually like how both of them feel in my hands. It's still pretty good. So let's grab one card out of each. Okay, so let's put them together. Let's do the back so the artwork isn't so distracting. They're not too far apart in size, though the Crystal Healing Oracle is a little larger, but not much. Yeah, that's not bad. I like it. And they're both glossy, super glossy. Let's see. Yeah, both glossy. And then, yeah, I actually think that's really kind of nice. Yeah, and I really love the sides of these. I got them because I wanted a portable size oracle when I got this one. Plus, I had loved her dragons. So, yeah, I really love my messenger oracle, and I even have a little cloth bag for it. It just has one of those open and close boxes, which are lovely too, but I really like the idea of the crystals magnetic box. It's kind of nice. So just another style of box. I really love this multicolor borders on it. I'm not a huge border person. My thing with borders is like, I don't mind borders if they're colored. I don't mind borders if it's not a white edge, okay? Now, if something about the artwork lends to a white edge, no problem. But if you have a very detailed color, like multiple border thing, and then you have a white edge on the outside of that, that to me is just a waste of paper because you don't need the white border, right? Unless there's something about the artwork, like say, I actually trimmed my wild wood one, and I really wish I hadn't, because the edging that I did on it just doesn't look very good. I used a green and it's kind of messy looking. I still really love those cards, and I'm thinking about getting another set, but anyways, that's for another discussion. But I really like the color tones. I love Lucy Cavendish's deck and a few others that do this like color matching tones to the inner picture. I love that. It's almost like you're matching the current energy with colors to the energy, to the currents of the picture or the symbolism going on in the picture. And I feel that it really lends to the feelings and connection that I get to cards when I see a kind of a cool blending of colors going on in the front. So this one's agate. Oh, that's such a pretty stone. Now I'm more of a water person, but I don't go around collecting waters from different places. I have a few. I have some seawater that I take back to the ocean and trade for new water every other year or so. Now that I live right by the seawater, I'll probably be doing it a little bit more often. Before, when I lived more inland, it was my way of staying connected. I love this amethyst geode. I actually have a piece of amethyst geode. I think I showed you all. Yeah, it's over there on my... I love amethyst. I even have a sphere somewhere. Still not completely unpacked, so oh, yeah, I really love these tones. It looks so much cooler in person. I was very tempted by a few videos I'd seen. Aquamarine is my birthstone. I'm a March baby, Pisces. But I was born late, so I should have been a February baby, actually. I think I was 2 weeks late or something like that. So I still would have been a Pisces, but I would have been a February baby if I had been born on time. I like this azurite. I really like, again, if they hadn't, I'm not sure that I wouldn't have clearly seen the purplish gray tones in it if they hadn't done the border, but I really like how it works together. And I love this rays of current that they're showing off from the stones. It helps me feel like there's more going on. And if you can see, if you have these cards in person, you will see, and you probably, yeah, I have my HD camera, so you can probably see better than I think, that there's like stars in the background and like nebulas and things like that, adding another layer of look to the cards. They're not all in the same pattern in the background. Matter of fact, it looks a little different in each card so far. Not all of them have there's some stars down in the corner there. Oh, I love obsidian. I love shadow stones. Oh, ancient crystal, wisdom crystal. I actually don't have one of these, but I'm very intrigued. Master teacher card. Oh, I haven't seen that before. So there's these words on the top saying that this is a master teacher card. I'm definitely going to take a peek at the book to see what that's about, but let's look at a few cards before that. Oh, here's another one. Another master teacher card. Awakening crystal, emotional healing. Perhaps that, I've never heard of an ancient wisdom crystal or awakening crystal. I'm not even sure if that's a proper name for a crystal. Maybe that's something else, because it is saying it's a master teacher card. So that makes me think that there might be something else going on there. This is black tourmaline. I really love tourmalines, and I know it comes in more than just black. So it's really cool to see that there with protection. Oh, I have kyanite. I even have blue. I have blue and black kyanite. Love my kyanite. It's a really good clearing and filtering stone, so letting go, I think that's very appropriate. Oh, you know, I have actually handled, I don't know if I'm pronouncing this right, boji stones or boji stones. I've handled them before. They have a really cool feeling to them. Literally, I feel cool energy when I hold them. I mean, I don't know if that's their meaning, but that's what I felt when I've handled their physical form and felt their currents. See, there's some stones in here I've never heard before. This is one, Brazilianite. Flexibility. I love the tones and the color. So I'm really hoping, because I tend to work with very pictorial decks. I'm not, and not in the sense of pips like in the tarot. I don't deal with pips very well, but in the sense of having very scenic pictures. But when I was looking at it, something about the color tones, and some of the, like I said, not all of these have like these kind of star or current energy in the background. You can even see it in this one, how there's this cool star shadowings and energy moving around, or currents. I really like that effect in the background. It lends more to it, I feel, than just say a plain black background or something. There was one or two other stones decks or crystal decks that I'd seen, but I really like kind of the layers and colors and things that they've done with this one, so it made me lean towards this one. The calcite, I actually really enjoy calcite in its many colors. Citrine, I've never had a big piece of citrine. I've been wanting to get a larger piece. Yellow isn't really my favorite color, but I was more connecting to the current of the stone, and I've always found it a really good energizing stone, or I don't know. This one says abundance. So to me, I could see that. I mean, I was always told it was an energizing stone, a stone that can draw things to you. Ooh, this one's really pretty. This is another one I didn't even know existed. I'm not even sure how to pronounce it. Cacozanite. I hope they have some pronunciation guidance in the book. I'm definitely going to look for that too. So I'm going to put that with the Master Teacher card to look for that one. Okay. And then here's, like I said, there's a few of these I don't even know. I've never seen that before. So I'm really looking forward to learning about new stones. I've seen this one before, actually. And I am a big animal lover, so I'm definitely going to take a peek at that. It's been a while. Cooperite, Rite of Passage. Ooh, I like the tones. I'm a big purple fan, so I like many colors. Just yellow, certain tones of yellow really turn me off. Diopside, I love. I like that it says Mother Earth, that it has such green deep tones. I could see how that might go, but I associate the earth with more than just green or blue. I associate it with really earthy colors too, in the sense of like browns and dark shades. Earth has many colors, as you know. Diopsies. There's some I'm just gonna have to research. One's diopside, one's dioptase, I think. Dioptase, healing, heart healing. I really like that. Divine Temple. Here is another teacher's card, Master Teacher card. So I'm definitely going to take a peek at these to see what's up with that. There does seem to be a little bit of a difference in the cards. Emerald. Sweet, sweet. Love emeralds. Some of my good friends have emeralds for their birthstones, but it's leaving my brain right now what sign that's connected to. Fairy stone. I always connected euconite with the fairy fertility stone. Ooh, fire agate. I've seen some, but none that pretty. Okay. Creativity. I literally like that. And fluorite. I have fluorite. I have rainbow fluorite, though. I don't have any. Actually, I do have one green one, but it's not this tone in color. It's, matter of fact, it may be on my desk or in my tools for my, oh, hematite. I love hematite as a grounding stone for sure. And I love the magnetic kind too. Oh, and I have a Herkimer. It was given to me around the time that I got my first Oracle deck, the Druid Animal Oracle, and I used to keep them together. And then I thought I lost it, but I was going through my stones just before my move when I was, packing stuff, and I found the Herkimer. It was just tucked away in another little box that I was keeping some spiritual co-workers in. Hiddenite. I'm really intrigued. I've never heard of Hiddenite. And like I said, there's stones in here I just don't know about. Red Jasper, definitely known. I'm a huge ocean jasper fiend. I have an ocean jasper and an ocean agate, which I guess is supposed to be a jasper, but because of the way it's formed, it's more of an agate. Kunzite. Just feeling this card, I really want to check these stones out. I am not going to be the kind of person that gets every stone I see in this deck, but that would be so tempting. And I have a feeling some of these stones are probably a little expensive. Love Labradorite. Labradorite is an awesome, like it says, take action, but I always associated Labradorite with a couple other things too, which I can't, it's slipping through my brain right now, so I won't even try to. Lapis Lazuli, I love that one too. Past life, I can see that. I've felt some very interesting currents off of stones. I've never seen this one. Libyan gold tektite manifestation. That is a really interesting energy there. I spend time when I do like breath work, and I don't do meditation like journey meditations. They don't work for me, but I do color and sitting with stones, and also deep breathing with my hands in water, like skimming the water. Ooh, malachite. That is one of the best healing stones. I gave a nice large piece to my mother-in-law when she had surgery, and we all both felt that it really helped support her during her stressful time and with the healing itself. I love moonstone, but if I get it in jewelry, I tend to crack it like crazy. I don't keep a lot of moonstone because I don't want to break them, but I have a few small pieces, not as beautiful as this, more the milky kind. But I really do love the feeling of moonstone, having it in my space. Morganite. I'm really curious about this one as well. There's some of these ones that end in night I haven't heard of. I have kyanite and some others. I'm assuming they might be in a similar family but different types. Numenite. Ooh, healer. I really like these healing stones. Now, when I saw this in one of the videos, I almost started crying. My grandma Ginger, she passed away not too long ago. Well, a few years ago now or more. But my dad and my grandmother passed 3 years apart. My dad first, then my grandmother. And opal was her favorite stone. So when I saw this, I have to admit this is one of the cards that made me want to get this deck. I really look at it. It's like up here, it's almost like a sky. And then down here, it's more like, stars in space, And, there's just such awesome background with this stone. I love it. I'm really looking forward to researching and reading about it in the book. Ornament. I don't even know what this is, but it's gorgeous. I'm going to have such fun learning about it. Purified wood. I love purified wood. Oh, I also love my little creatures, my stone, can't think of the word right now. Their spiral shape. I love them. My fossils. Pre-night. Oh, I gotta find out how that's pronounced. Trust. I love the colors. So I'm really looking forward to getting to know this deck, to learning about all these cool stones. My friend Lee has this really cool book called Love is the Earth or something like that. It's basically a book about stones. It's really cool. I love that patience. And even just looking at the words with the colors in the background and the shapes of the stones, I really feel something activating there within my currents and exchanging with the cards that I will really, I'm pretty sure I'm going to find this a fascinating interaction. I'm even considering practicing with my cats with it, because my cats, when I have my stones out and about, my cats are always sniffing at my stones. So I really truly feel there's some kind of current interaction going on. Rhodochrosite is one of the stones I really, really love, but I don't have any, and I've always wanted a piece. I have rose quartz. I have it in a heart piece right now, and I used to have a few others, but right now I just have a heart piece shaped one. I love my rose quartz. Ruby. You can get fairly small size rough rubies for not pricey at all. My friend Lee at her store, Elemental Inspirations in the Sugar House, sells them. So I might have her put me a little collection together and get some stones. This is Skullsite, possibly Skullsite. It's really cool. I like the shape. Nice inclusive energy piece. I love that. Selenite. Spiritual Awakening. Selenite is an awesome stone. I can't say anything but awesome, love, good, just, here's another teacher card. So this is Soul Connection Crystal, Lovers. So I'm definitely going to be seeing what those are about. Now, I love how colorful this stone is, and it says teacher, but it's not one of the master teacher cards. Is that Shatukite? Shatukite? I don't know. I really hope there's a pronunciation list. Let's go find out. I just have a few left, so let's do this as quickly as we can. Spirit Quartz. I've always loved the shape of Spirit Quartz. It's usually partially still connected to a geode, and it has these little small pieces. Let's see if we can get there we go, a little bit better. Come on. Really like that though. Stibnite, Conflict. If you're used to seeing swords or like weapon type looking things, I could see Conflict. Maybe crowding and wanting to shoot from a geode and invading space that way. Sunstone. Familiar with Sunstone. Tanzanite. Ooh, there's a pretty piece on there. Clarity. I could see that. Here's Tiger's Eye. Oh, I love Tiger's Eye. I have a few pieces of that. Mine are Tumblestone, though. And Pink Tourmaline. Oh, I'm really liking the pinks. Okay, so let's take a peek at the Master Teacher cards and check if there is some pronunciation help with some of these more unusual cards. I know there's quite a few reviews about this deck already out there. I just wanted to share my response to it. Oh, I just don't do cross spreads, so this, I don't know, maybe I'll try the crystal cross, but I doubt it. I'm not really into cross spreads. They just don't do anything for me. Let's see. Tonight. Well, at first glance, I'm not seeing a pronunciation help, but it might be further into the paragraphs. They're not right at the top or even in the descriptions. I'm not really a chakra person, but they do have related chakra, third eye for amethyst. Crystal meaning, Oracle reading manifest from the Crystal Deva. Okay. Okay, here's one of the ancient wisdom crystal. Ancient. Let's see. Let me get back to the front. Here it is. All right. So this card. Remember, I mentioned that there was like, it said it was like at the top. It says, Master Teacher card. And let's see what that says. It's really pretty. Found in all types of quartz crystal. It's related to all chakras. I really love this tone with the browns and stuff. The crystal medicine is these powerful crystals hold within them the love and wisdom of the universe. Over time, they have been programmed with sacred wisdom and knowledge of the past, present, and future. As this information is ready to be received, these crystals find their way into the hearts and hands of humanity, unlocking the ancient secrets of existence. Each crystal has a different message to share as it assists in the awakening of our planet to a more expanded way of being, living more from a place of love, and opening us to a deeper connection to our divine Mother Earth. Oh, I love Mother Earth. To receive this message, simply sit quietly with one of these sacred crystals with the intention of receiving its wisdom. To act, oh, so it has some direction there. So crystal meaning, awaking to ancient wisdom, finding support and guidance for the future, developing a deeper connection to your heart, and awakening of our divine connection to our planet. Ooh, I like that. I wonder if you could still get the similar effect, even just holding the card with the image of the crystal. Because I know that sometimes crystals can be really expensive. And I don't mind finding some. I actually really enjoy going to bead and gem fairs because I enjoy... That's where I got my ocean jaspers. And at the time, there wasn't really a lot of information out there. And there's jasper in here, but not... Here's the other one, the awakening... Let's see. The awakening crystal. There's that one. Let's see. It says... Oh, it's a clear smoky quartz. Okay. I thought it looked familiar. So this is a clear smoky quartz. Or clear to smoky quartz. Sorry. Clear to smoky quartz. It's related to all chakras as well. Beautiful. It's... Awakening crystal is one of the most powerful crystals on the planet, and it's classed as one of the teacher crystals. It was put on the earth to assist humanity in healing and transferring emotional body. It holds within it the secrets to healing and the emotional body on a massive scale. Working with the group consciousness and assisting the planet in bringing oneness to our world community. Oh man, that's a really long section on the second page there. I don't know that you want me to sit through that. But one of the things it says, it helps bringing emotions into balance. It says it will, once it does that, once these emotions are brought into balance, you will feel less addiction, depression, anxiety, and separation in your life. The awakening crystal is great for those who have embarked on a journey of loving and accepting the shadow side of their psyche, because it holds a safe, powerful space to look deep within your hidden chambers. Ooh, that's nice. I wonder if you couldn't use a smoky quartz for a similar purpose. It says clear to smoky quartz. Let's see. Yeah, clear to smoky quartz. I'm definitely going to want to sit through and figure out what these teacher cards are about. There's a lot more to read, and I don't want to take up all your time with that. We're already almost at 30 minutes here. Goodness. Deep clearing and healing on an emotional level, releasing and transforming grief, fear, and trauma, understanding your shadow side, and overcoming addiction. Oh, I like that. So that's really awesome. Let's see. Black base chakra for obsidian. Yeah, I really wish they had a pronunciation guide. That would be really helpful. But I suppose I can go online and just ask, and Google has a cool feature where if you just speak a word into it, it will then bring up a meaning, and then you can check out what what the meaning is, and you can even get a pronunciation if you type it in. So meaning of a word, and then it'll give you a pronunciation. So maybe that's what I'll do. But I'm really pleased with it. There seems to be a lot of nice information, but I am probably going to refer to some of my crystal books or get some from the library to look at because I don't have a lot available right now. It has some really good basics at the front, like how to do a reading, how to work with the crystal oracle, introduction to crystals, activating and caring for your deck. That's not in order, I was going backwards. Working with your own intuition. I've already done a lot of oracle reading for some time, so it'll be interesting to see their take. But yeah, they have a chakra spread. The only chakra spread I've studied is the one with my shapeshifter oracle. I'm not really big into chakras because I worked with the 3 cauldrons, and so yeah, I route my currents differently. But yeah, I'm really excited. This looks really cool, nice and juicy. And I'm going to definitely spend some time finding out about these master teacher cards. So far, I'm loving the details. I'm loving the cool color borders. I always love that. When I get decks like this, I don't tend to trim them, or I might still edge it. I don't know. If I think the edging might interfere with the trim that I'm seeing going on, I probably won't. But what I could do is maybe do a metallic, because I find the metallics don't really take away from the main stuff that's already going on. And I feel like I'm gonna have to, I don't know, I've got gold or even bronze or copper. Any of those would do really nicely with this. We'll see. Or I might just leave it until I feel really pulled towards a certain color to edge with. Having such multicolors on the other side really lends to that. So yeah, really excited. Really liking how these feel in my hands. And let's see, let me pull those teacher cards out of, because I don't want them shuffled back in yet. Let's see how this shuffles, shall we? Now, I love to do a kind of a side. Ooh, yeah, that's really nice. Very easy. Yeah. Ooh, it just wants to go and fly. And you can do a nice hand over shuffle too. Yeah, I like it. So yeah, so if you have smaller hands, these are not too big, but they're still a little larger, not anywhere the size of Lucy Cavendish decks. They feel really nice and the glossy lends them to be nice and slidey. And I really feel like a spread, the keywords are going to be really helpful that are on the bottom, and learning about the stones themselves is, I think, really going to lend to really awesome meanings. This is probably one deck that I will spend time reading the guidebook to gather a better connection with the cards. But I still feel that the color tone so they have on the borders and in the backgrounds and the stones themselves is going to lend to some really awesome current exchange and intuitive information. I've been known to even just hold a stone and do readings on people. Some of my ocean jasper I love doing that with, and I have a dark moonstone that I also like to work with for healing work, or when I'm trying to narrow down my focus when I'm interacting with people's currents. Sometimes when I work with decks and the person's feeling very intensely, it's nice to buffer with a stone so that it's more streaming through what I really need to help convey to the person and not everything and all. It can also be a bit grounding if it gets very buzzy. Angel energy and certain kinds of ally and guardian energy can be very buzzy when they're pretty intense, or if they're just not communicating on my current frequency. So I like to have stones around to help with those kind of things. or even put my hand in water. I ground with water. I know that sounds funny to some people, but I do. I ground with water. Sometimes if I don't have stones around or if they don't seem to be working for me, I will place my hand or even my fingers, dip them into a cup of water, and I find that it helps me ground or focus in a way that I gain control of what I'm interacting with current-wise. So yeah, I'm really excited. I really love these. I'm so glad I got them. Oh, yay, yay, yay. So thank you, and I'm really glad I made the effort that I asked if I could get these for Mother's Day, and they're just so beautiful. I love stones. Like I said, I don't have the biggest collection, but I have collected some that I feel really drawn to, and I don't know everything about them, but I've always just kind of worked with them, how their currents and mine exchange, and allowed that to guide me in how to use them. So I'm happy to learn more, and I think learning it through an oracle deck is going to be awesome, because it's kind of how I speak to things, is through oracles and interact with spiritual currents and others. So yeah. Oh, my cat's even here. She's like snuck up behind here sniffing the box and everything. Silly girl. Okay, well, I hope you enjoyed this. Leave any comments, subscribe, whatever. Let me know what you think, and yeah, have a great week. Peace out.